Okay, so welcome everyone to this ROV meditation practice session for April 6th or 7th, depending on which side of the world you're on, 2024. So thank you to all of you who are joining us on Zoom, also who are watching on the Raising Our Vibration Community Facebook page. Welcome you to this practice session. Today we're going to do a practice called holding the view. So what's the view? The view is a view of enlightenment or realization or divine consciousness, however, whatever resonates with you in terms of those phrases or some other way that you um, connect with that. And what we're going to be doing is after we do our meditation posture cues and really settling into our alpha theta state and relaxing deeply, we're going to imagine a place. And you can see behind me is I'm on Mount Kurama in just outside Kyoto. This is the um, birthplace of Reiki, at least Reiki in the modern sense. I'm wearing my Reiki jacket here. And this shrine is on Mount Kurama. It's maybe a quarter of the way up the mountain, quarter of the way up to where Mikao Usui received his enlightenment experience and received the Reiki energy and that whole tradition, at least the modern version of that tradition that as we know it began there. So that's where I am in my environment, is at this shrine. And so you can call to mind a place that you would like to meet a spiritual being, a spiritual energy, someone who embodies the qualities of divine consciousness or enlightenment or a spiritual realization. And we'll imagine going to that place, meeting with that being, and then we'll take it from there into where we experience the transmission of the view of that being. So, what is it like? How does that being look out and experience life and from that spiritual realization? So, we'll um, connect with that being and their view and then experience the light of that view dissolving and dissolving into us. And then Stephen's going to guide us into an integration of that with different um, positive and negative experiences and qualities that we might um, experience in life. So that view is integrated with our everyday life experiences and all the different ups and downs and that of that. All right. So let's begin. We'll go right into our practice by finding a comfortable upright posture. Have your feet firmly on the ground, parallel with each other. Welcome, Brian. And let's have our hands cupped in our laps, tips of our thumbs touching lightly. Welcome, Cindy. And let's lightly close our eyes. And as always, just take a moment to settle in your seat, be present in your body, be present in your environment. And consider your environment as a sacred space, a safe space that embraces you. And as you feel yourself sitting in this sacred space, notice how your body begins to relax and let go. It feels good to sit in this sacred space. And just notice anything you're carrying with you into this meditation. So you may have been thinking about different things during your day. Those thoughts may be running through your mind, or you may be carrying emotions from your day. There may be sensations in your body. And just allow all of that to be just as it is. You don't need to change or fix any of that. Just allow yourself to be just as you are. Notice how, when you allow yourself to be just as you are, you relax a little bit more. Now consider your intention for this practice. Why is this important to you? Consider that this practice, our practice together, is not only for you, that the effect of this practice extends to all of us gathered here together, this group consciousness. The effect of this practice extends outward to all our loved ones, to everyone we interact with, and even more widely and invisibly, to all beings, and throughout our collective consciousness and all that is. You are an essential part of a greater whole. And feel your connection now within this greater whole. You are connected to all beings and all energies everywhere at all times. And you can connect with anyone, anywhere, any being at any time. So consider dedicating this practice to the well-being and realization of all beings, that we all might connect with those expressions of spiritual realization that we resonate most with. And through that resonance, transform our consciousness individually and collectively. Now let's begin to settle even deeper into present moment awareness and deep relaxation by focusing down into the soles of our feet, contacting the ground. Awaken sensory awareness here in your feet and your toes, and allow your toes to soften and relax, as if they are melting deep down into the earth. Feel the solid support and grounding presence of the earth underneath you. And allow that feeling of grounded presence to flow up through your feet, up through your shins and calves, up through your knees and thighs, into your hips and your pelvic bowl, resting down in your seat. Feel the weight of your body resting down in your pelvic bowl, resting down in your seat, resting down on the earth. Focus into your palms and fingers resting cupped in your lap. Awaken sensory awareness here in your hands. Allow your hands to soften and relax as if they are melting down into your legs. Feel the soft openness in your hands, connected to the soft openness in your heart. As your hands relax, allow your arms and shoulders to relax down, releasing any tension in your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Imagine and feel as if a string is attached to the top of your head, drawing your spine gently upright, like a string of luminous pearls. Feel your spine gently stretched from your perineum and tailbone right up through the top of your head. Feel your spine like a channel of light flowing upwards, right up through your crown and opening to the sky above. Feel the tingling aliveness at your crown and the light of awareness pouring in through your crown. Bringing awake clarity. Now tuck your chin just slightly to gently lengthen the back of your neck. And lightly close your lips and breathe in and out through your nose. Rest your tongue up on the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue touching the gum line behind your upper front teeth. Soften and relax your tongue here. Softening your tongue sends a relaxation signal through your vagus nerve from the center of your brain stem, right down through your heart, down through your abdomen, and out through your whole body. And as you feel this relaxation, this alive presence, smile, a subtle smile of calm happiness, of appreciation and gratitude for this time together, to connect deeply with a place and a being who embodies the spiritual qualities, a spiritual view that we resonate with. Allow this relaxed feeling of smiling to soften your eyes. Release any tension from your eyebrows and your forehead. Allow this relaxed feeling of smiling, of deep peace and awareness to flow down from your crown, down through your brain, down through your neck, shoulders, arms, and hands, down through your chest and upper back, your abdomen and lower back, down through your hips, legs, your feet, down into the earth. Feel your body as a whole from the inside. Feel the entire space inside and including your skin. Feel the open, alive presence of your inner space. Now, into your inner space, call to mind a sacred place. Could be a shrine or a temple, a church, cathedral, a place in nature. Anywhere you want to be that feels sacred to you, a place where you'll connect with a spiritual being you resonate with. Now imagine that you are walking on a path toward this sacred place. And feel the environment around you that leads up to this place, this sacred path. Feel your feet walking along this path. So feel each footstep as you walk forward, and you gaze all around you at the environment of this sacred path. Notice the sounds and the sights all around you. The smell, the feeling of the air. Maybe there's a taste to this environment. And as you walk along this path, you see this sacred place in front of you. And you're walking up to it, noticing the details of this space, the entry to this space. Maybe you're walking up steps or just walking up or down a path. And you come right up to the entry of this sacred space. And if there's a door, you open it. It might just be an opening that you walk through. And walk through this opening or this doorway. And now you're standing right on the threshold of this sacred space. And you feel the energy of this space wash over you. Ah, feels so peaceful here. And you walk into this space and you find the perfect seat to sit right in the center of this space. And feel yourself sitting down in this seat. Feel the texture of the seat. It can be any kind of seat that is comfortable. This seat holds you perfectly. It cradles you and holds you. The seat perfectly embodies the energy of this sacred place. Now that you're in this sacred place, notice any scents in the air. Any sounds. Notice what draws your eye. Any symbols or artifacts. And you take a deep breath in, breathing in the energy of this space, this sacred place. As you let it out, you let go of any tensions. And now in front of you in this sacred place, materializing right in the center of this sacred place, is a powerful being. A being who embodies spiritual realization, divine consciousness, enlightenment. It can be anyone you wish to meet, anyone you deeply resonate with. And as this being materializes here, it almost takes your breath away. Your heart opens, your mind opens. You take in this being. It might bring tears to your eyes. The energy, the spiritual force of this being is so powerful, yet so embracing and peaceful, so loving and kind, so compassionate, accepting and embracing you exactly as you are. And you can relate to this being however feels good. You might give this being a hug or kneel down or sit beside this being, whatever feels right. This being now sits down in front of you or beside you. And you feel the energy of their presence. It's an energy you've always known. There's no doubt. And the energy of this being now transforms into pure light. A light that lights up the whole space and shines right through you. This light is boundless and timeless. the light of being itself, the light of consciousness itself, the light of creation. And this light now infuses your whole being and dissolves into you and you into this light. So there is only this light and the view, the awareness, the realization of this light. Rest as this light of awareness, boundless, prior to any content, prior to creation, prior to space and time. This vast, all embracing light of awareness. You are that. You are that. You are that. And Stephen will guide us from here.
So simply rest as that awareness, that boundless, limitless awareness. You are. This awareness cannot be shown, because who can show the space of awareness to whom? Likewise, there's nothing to show in all of nature. So here you're relaxing and resting in that limitless nature. There's no doubt. There's absolute certainty that you are free. And to mind a feeling of that freedom, whatever it is for you, just one thing. It could be as simple as somebody you love, a child, being out in nature, something that is the sense that everything's done. Just like coming home after a hard day's work and everything's finished. There's nothing to do. Like that. You take a deep breath in through your nose as you feel that feeling of complete freedom. Remembering you're simply awareness with no bounds. Take a deep breath in. Hold that freedom for a moment. Hold it again. And then let the air fall out through your nose. Long exhalation, completely relaxing, leaving everything just as it is. And continue to breathe. And as you rest in this awareness, the awareness of this deity or being, lightness of the light itself, simply by leaving everything as it is, recognize that no matter what thoughts or feelings or emotions come and go, that awareness is always clear and knowing. This is the ever-present nature of awareness. You are that. You are that clear knowing. Just notice what thoughts and feelings. And if you experience that you can't rest in this pure nature of light, then just be as that is. Simply rest in that too. Simply allow that to be present as well. Regardless of what you're experiencing, regardless of the flow of thoughts or emotions, the nature of awareness is not affected in the slightest. Not being able to rest and recognizing it, or leaving everything as it is and knowing it, is also a manifestation of this luminous clarity of awareness. Bring up a thought or a feeling of somebody you love. Just feel it. Just feel the feeling. It's that luminous clarity. So, and then if you can, bring up a sticky thought or feeling or emotion, maybe something you've been struggling with, a relationship perhaps, or something where you're not clear. And simply allow that to be present and recognize the clarity and knowing of that challenge. It is also luminous. For the second time, take another deep breath in, feeling the breath of freedom, as if you've just come home after a day of hard work and you've finished everything. There's nothing to do. You breathe in, you hold that for a second or two, and then let the air fall out through your mouth. Long exhalation, completely relaxed, leaving everything as it is and continuing to breathe naturally. Simply. And as you rest in pure awareness itself, simply by leaving everything as it is, recognize again that no matter what thoughts or feelings or emotions come and go, they are just like waves in the ocean. And your awareness is always clear and knowing. It's like you're feeling or seeing or sensing every wave just for what it is, perhaps for the very first time, of that absolute ever-present. Even Get a feeling of an activity that you love doing, a passion, a talent, something that helps you to feel very free. Let that arise. And notice the quality of that sort of feeling. And recognize that you are always feeling. Awareness is always present, no matter how it arises, no matter what the thought or feeling. It is all a manifestation of this luminous clarity of awareness. And then bring to mind something you don't like doing, perhaps a chore, something you find boring. And as you experience that, allow that to be present as well. Allow it to rise and abide, just like a wave. And notice that the same clear knowing, even if that boring feeling is present, that all of this is a manifestation of the luminous clarity of awareness itself. Your awareness is always. Now, once again, for the third and final time, take another deep breath in, feeling the freedom of, as if everything's finished. Everything's over. There's nothing to do. Hold that breath for a second or two, feeling that freedom, that openness, that boundlessness, and then, let the air fall out through your mouth and completely relax, leaving everything just as it is. And continue to breathe naturally. And as you rest in awareness itself, simply by leaving everything as it is, recognize that no matter what thoughts and feelings come and go, that awareness is always clear and knowing. Awareness is ever present. This time allow a dream you have, a future dream of something you'd really love to accomplish. A new job, idea, new sense of abundance, a new health, a new relationship. Allow it to arise with all its hopes and dreams. Just notice the quality of the awareness that's always clear and that notices. And then equally allow a dream that was dashed, that you never completed. And you had maybe as a youngster, you didn't ever do. And just notice the feelings around that. Maybe even a certain feeling of remorse or sadness or loss, missing. And just notice that this clear knowing awareness is still ever present, no matter what the thoughts or feelings. Just rest as that clear knowing. The knowing of sadness or the knowing of missing something, or missing a person, or missing a time. So simply allow that to be present as well. And recognize that no matter what you're experiencing, the nature of awareness is not affected in the slightest. There is still this clear knowing, awareness of that remorse or missing feeling. There's still this clarity of awareness. And then let all that go, just like waves in the ocean. Let that go and rest in the absolute freedom and boundlessness of clarity and knowing of awareness itself. In this time, just free of all things. Now hold it and then let it out. And essence, boundless freedom of awareness, the spaciousness that has no limits, and dedicate all merits from this practice, wishing that all beings might come to recognize their own pure awareness, their own boundless freedom, becoming the lightness, becoming the essence that we already are, the same essence that you perceived in that being, in that sacred place, in every soul. And using the breath to tune into this natural freedom of awareness is something that you can do all throughout your day. A simple way to do this is on a walk. Just feel as if you're going on a walk right now out in nature. And as you walk, feel your feet touching the ground. You'll remember this when you're outside today or later today or tomorrow. Feel your feet touching the ground. Notice the momentum of your body as you move forward. And as you move with that sense of freedom and ease and flow, take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a second or two. And then let the air fall out through your mouth. Now rest in the nature of pure awareness while you continue to breathe naturally. Continue to feel freedom in movement. There's no need to do anything extra. There's no need to create anything. Just let things be exactly as they are. If your mind begins to drift, don't try to hold on to awareness. Just let it go. Just release it. And continue to walk for a while. You notice your feet touching the ground, noticing the momentum of your body, being aware. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it a second or two. And then let the air fall out. Up. Whenever you finish your walk, you can keep coming back to the breath and awareness throughout the day in the same way, reconnecting with the nature of pure awareness of who you truly are, boundless, free, limitless, in wonder and awe of all that is. The end of the day is simply this bring to mind wealth and balance. And set an intention to continue with this free, boundless aspect of get the first thought when you wake up and lets you go to sleep, be the boundless. So in that freedom, in that awareness, feel into the boundless cosmic energy of our universe. Just feel the boundlessness of all the stars, countless stars and planets, countless dimensions that we're very rarely aware of. And then feel our solar system and the earth we live upon. Her breath and her heartbeat, nature itself. And then the surroundings. And then right at the center of your heart. And then right at the center of that. And then as if there was a single point, feeling into the boundlessness of that point that has no limits and no edges and no boundaries. And in that boundlessness, slowly, gently open your eyes. Slowly. Vastness, this freedom, this limitlessness. There's no boundary. The moment your intention and awareness is on freedom and boundlessness, you are that. You are just that one. I'll pass over to Kevin. Kevin, thank you for that pristine guidance that you always bring to us. And thank you, everybody, Abby and Anne, Bill and Brian, Cindy and Karen and Liz and Wendy. Thank you all for that boundless vastness. Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. Beautiful guidance. Monica had to leave to go take something to Will. She says, it's great to be with you all. Wonderful to join you all in this practice, and we welcome anyone who would like to share either in the chat or out loud.
I have something interesting to share.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. For some reason, as soon as it switched to Stephen, I could barely hear. It was like the volume had just completely dropped off. And as soon as it switched back to you, it was back to normal. So at first I thought maybe it was something that some setting you had not on or on, Stephen. But anyway, I did manage to hear a bit where you said think about something, something you love or some joy feeling, and then think about a sticky thing, a sadness. And it was so interesting. I found the thought of the saddest thing that's ever happened to me, and immediately, just almost just like that, it was all washed away. I just felt all these waves as though the energy was sweeping. It was like, no, that's not relevant. That's not relevant. And it was just like a huge clearing. I couldn't hold on to the sadness. It was all just swept away. And then the thought came to me that maybe maybe it was only me whose volume disappeared with Stephen, but it was like, okay, I can't hear very well. I can't hear, but I know it's happening, almost like a metaphor for the awareness and the thoughts, like just being aware that even though I couldn't hear him, it was still there. It was almost like a metaphor for the whole meditation, if you see what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But
Beautiful.
I don't know. Was it just me who couldn't hear him?
No, I think it was everybody shaking their heads. Can you hear me better now, Kevin?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I think Zoom did an update on my system, and when I look now, it had lowered the volume almost. So I've just increased it. The
Ah,
so it must have been something I that hasn't happened before. But I actually looked at the volume setting, and it's on only about a third. So yeah,
mm.
apologies, but that was a beautiful metaphor you presented.
Yeah, I just thought, well, I can't hear it. I've just got to accept that it's all happening and it's. But yeah, it was very interesting how suddenly that thought, the sad thought, it was just like it was almost like a broom sweeping through me.
Mm. Beautiful. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, it's wonderful to experience all thoughts like that, right? Just the
Mm.
waves that arise and dissolve. And we tell stories and make them substantial and try to hang on to them. And but what if we just allow them to arise and dissolve? That's a whole different relationship that comes with this view. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is something in the past, but yeah, the other thing other lovely coincidence that's happened is this thing you 2 weeks ago you asked about the being, and I couldn't really quite think the only thing I feel present a lot with my life is Dr. Usui. So when
Mhm.
you said today you're in Dr. Usui's temple, I thought, oh wow, what a coincidence. Because again, I was thinking, what's my being? Who's my being? What's my being? And then you said Dr. Usui, and I thought, okay, I'll just go with that
Go
again.
with that. There you go. Well, he was here, so uh,
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you both.
thank you, Anne. Yeah, beautiful. Let me just read from Monica and then we'll go on. She said, sorry she had to go and yeah, take some things. I saw Jesus in a cathedral. He sat next to me in his humble clothes and spoke to me telepathically and then switched places with me. It was a beautiful feeling. Thank you and great to see everyone. No, thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
Mhm. Mhm. Anyone else like to share their experience? Wendy and then Bill?
Okay. That was beautiful. Of course, I couldn't hear Stephen either, but it did weave into the story, into my experience in a beautiful way. Um, Before, when you've done the sacred space, it'll be this and this. Uh, I've had the thought, well, what about right where I am? So this time I was just like, oh, this is my sacred space. I am my sacred space. The room that I'm sitting in is my sacred space. So I began here. But
Mhm.
then we had to go on a journey and walk. And so I ended up sort of somewhere else. And it was very, very beautiful. Uh, for me, it was Mother Mary came.
Mm.
I didn't have that set to begin with. I was like, I'm going to wait. It could be so many different
Mm.
people, or figures, but it was Mother Mary.
Mm.
Um, who really wrapped me up in her blue cape.
Mm.
And then when we switched to Stephen, it was like she was completely had me wrapped up. And of course I couldn't hear anything. I was in her cape. And at first I was like, oh, I'll turn it up. I'll try and hear. And then I was like, no, just let it go. And a few words came in here and there. And I was like, I had this beautiful experience that I still have this sense of um, energy around my head and being held and completely wrapped within that cape of hers and
Mm.
and becoming her and having her in my heart. It was just beautiful. So
Mm.
thank you so much. And it all came through just fine.
Mm.
Who needs words, right?
Oh, that's so lovely, Wendy.
Thank you,
You're
Wendy.
very gracious.
Beautiful. Thank you. Bill?
Yeah, thanks. That was really great. really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was an interesting meditation, because I again encountered this, like when we were looking at holding the view, and it was just a view of white. And but that white is a state of being one with all life, all everything is just that divine, whatever it is. It's you, it's me, it's all life. If there's life, there's a oneness, just a sweeping over it. And I just sat in a euphoric state with it, and I just leaned forward and pushed the knob a little bit, and I heard everything Stephen said. It was wonderful. So thank you.
Oh, beautiful, Bill. I love that imageless imagery there. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, that was that thing I posted you and Stephen both on Monica Galliano. She, when I read that, I thought, oh man, there's somebody that's found my interconnectedness to all life. She found it, and I thought, whoa, and it was science. So thank you. Wonderful,
thank you, Bill.
wonderful.
Beautiful. Anyone else like to share their experience? Abby?
Thank you. It was a lovely session. The volume was quite an experience, because I was trying to hear what Stephen was telling. But like somebody said, sometimes words are not necessary. And what I was thinking, or what I was experiencing, is in the second part, when Stephen began to say that everything, different emotions, at the end, they arise and they dissolve into awareness. I felt like some kind of emptiness, like if in this awareness there was some factor missing, like some intention or some compassion. I felt it like inert. So I don't know. That was my experience.
What do you mean by inert?
Like emotionless, and basically emotionless.
This unchanging?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think that the other factor, it's important that in this vast pure awareness, there's an intent of this awareness itself to share with us. And that aspect, I felt that this session lacked that ingredient.
So say that again. The session lacked what ingredient?
For me, like this, recognizing this vast awareness, this intent to share love with all the creation.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Abby. Cindy?
Thank you. The one thing that kept coming through for me with Stephen's part was the fact that the freedom in the clarity and the vastness of the awareness, of being able to notice the emotions coming and going, regardless if they were positive or negative, or however they impacted you. Being in the oneness gave you the freedom
and the clarity of being able to just watch it and not really be that emotion, but be the oneness. And I thought, I mean, and that just kept coming through. I would come out and I'd try to read his lips to see what he was saying. And I actually toyed with the idea of sending a message, increase the output on your speakers. No, you're missing too much. Just go back. But the thing that just kept coming through was the freedom that is being in the clarity and in the oneness. So if any of you missed that, that's what just kept popping in. I think that we all got parts of what we were supposed to out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The whole thing was really nice. I mean, it was great.
Thank you, Cindy. Beautifully said. Karen, I see you shaking your head. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, one of my teachers that's no longer on the planet, Ramana Maharshi. I was watching a video of his life and his teachings this morning. And so when you said invite a being, it was Ramana, I could just see him. And one of the things that Ramana talked about, he said the mountain was his guru. And I feel that, I have a strong affinity to nature and being in nature. And I have a sacred space that has become very powerful to me. So in the first part of the meditation, I was at the mountain and Ramana was with me. At some point, it was like we disappeared into this non-dual field together. There was just, and I think Bill talked about it, it was light. It was more of like a luminosity. And I just rested there and I could hear Stephen, but it didn't matter. I mean, your words were, I knew that we were in this space, or I had collapsed in this space that he teaches, how to go in and realize that non-dual awareness. And so it was just kind of like sitting in the bliss of that energy field. It was very captivating. It felt very healing. And I could feel the presence of everyone in that space. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for those images.
Can I ask something if no one's ready to speak? Can I be heard? Am I being heard?
Yes.
Yeah.
All good.
Back to where you are. Are you physically in Japan?
No.
Oh.
I'm physically at my home in Colorado, our home.
Oh.
But Monica and I were here on Mount Karama on a Reiki expedition with a group of Reiki practitioners. And this was actually in 2018 when the third level of the Holy Fire Reiki came through during this event on Mount Karama. So we were there. And it was right here in this building. It happened. So.
Oh. Can I text you like later, message you private, because I'm really interested about how to go there. But just on the thing about sort of like what Karen was saying and someone else about it happens everywhere. I can be in all sorts of places and have those moments of like the light shining through me everywhere, anywhere, even in, anywhere part of the house or nature or whatever. And you said just then when I mentioned Dr. Usui before, you said, well, he's here. And I felt like saying, well,
he was here.
Yeah, he's here too. He's here too. And I've had some amazing experiences in Scotland and feel very linked to very old, ancient Celtic healers as well.
Mhm.
And I thought, is he there too? So I had this image of meeting with him, but on this hill in a very old part of Scotland where I once had an amazing experience. So it's that kind of, is everywhere, that energy, isn't it? Like
Absolutely.
it's not in one place. Yeah.
No, it's who we are. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to get your head around it, but yeah, I just thought, no, I feel the place is Scotland, and it's Dr. Usui, so I took him there with me.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. And on that theme, Liz says it's the light.
Yeah.
I've been doing this windshield thing and I can just do the wind. Yes. Thanks, everyone. It's always like being with friends. Yes. Likewise, Liz. Thank you. A wonderful group of friends. Anyone else before we go? Okay. Well, thank you all for being here and for taking us everywhere that you went as well. So, all right. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Beautiful to be with you all. Love and blessings to everyone. And please join us in 2 weeks for the our global peace and healing meditation. Same time, not same link, but same place you can find the link on the Raising Our Vibration Community Facebook page. And if you want to be on our email list to receive the links by email, you can email us at raisingourvibration sk, Stephen, Kevin, at gmail.com, and we'll put you on the list. All right. And we also welcome you to our Thursday night, Friday morning meditations on Humanities Team. And again, those links are on the Raising Our Vibration community page as well. Stephen, anything you want to end with?
Simply happy Aries solar eclipse. But when you get there on the 8th, it will be obviously observed by scientists all over the world, mostly converging on Mexico and the US, I think. So it will add to this very energetic meditation we've just had, where hopefully you can hear me now, but where for whatever reason I dropped out before, and let your awareness fill in the space. or empty it, depending on which way you look at it. Yeah.
Thanks,
Anyway,
Stephen.
it's so lovely. So lovely. Kevin, thank you. And thank you, everybody, always. Much, much love to you all.
Yes. Love to
Much
you all.
love to all.
Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Right on.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.